This particular series was outstanding. We had a wonderful team, a young team that had come together. Sharjah is a venue that you love to play because you feel the fans so close to you, the noise. Then suddenly, Sanath got into this little mood where, he was really charged up, trying to take on every bowler and hitting them sweetly. Sourav Ganguly came into the attack. The only over that he bowled, the first ball was a wide. There was 12 balls remaining. Sanath Jayasuriya had all the time in the world, and at the rate he was going, could have ended up 220. He charges down, Ganguly bowls a wide, and Jayasuriya is stumped off it. We are talking about the Coca-Cola Championship Trophy played in Sharjah in 2000. Those were the days where a couple of times a year we'd go to Sharjah. It was enjoyable. It was for Tri-Nations, obviously. We spent 2 weeks just playing cricket. And it probably was a bonus for us that we got to visit twice because India and Pakistan were the big draws, but were not playing each other, and hence they fitted the two windows, and we were the obvious guests all the time. This particular series was outstanding. We had a wonderful team, a young team that had come together, understanding each other, a great blend, and enjoying ourselves. Of course, the X factors in the team basically at that stage were the likes of Sanath Jayasuriya, there was Romesh Kaluvitarna, all World Cup winners, Chaminda Waz, Muttaya Muralidharan. Other than that, it was all younger guys. Mavan Athapattu was a part of that team. Mahela Jayawardena, Kumar Sangakkara, they were all very new. We had 2 games each against India and Zimbabwe, which Sri Lanka had won. We had won quite comfortably. Some wonderful performances. We beat India in 1 game. We were 2 down very quickly, and me batting at number 5 or 6 didn't get a bat because Mahela and Marwan got 100. So coming into this final, we were looking forward to it because we were feeling very good about ourselves. But also you do have the pressure of winning all 4 and losing the final, and that's not very nice. And this particular day, Sri Lanka had to bat first. India also very strong batting lineup. If I do mention a few of those names, there's Sourav Ganguly, Tendulkar, Yuvraj Singh, there's a Vinod Kambli, Hemang Badani, Robin Singh. So they play spin pretty well, and generally our strength is bowling spin and trying to choke the opposition. Well, hot afternoon as usual. The crowd, the atmosphere really fantastic. Sharjah is a venue that you love to play because you feel the fans so close to you, the noise, the team's well supported. We got off to a bit of a flyer in the sense that opening partnership was 44, then it became 2 for 90 in the 17th over. Jayasuriya already making a few runs. He'd already got past 50, and then we were rocked. 4 wickets down. Because Mavan Athapattu, Jayawardena, Sangakkara all back in the pavilion pretty quickly, which let me in at 116 for 4 in the 28th over. Now it was all about trying to rebuild, trying to get a score that we can compete with. There's due later on, and we just kept knocking it around, Sanath and I. What I usually do, that's it, knock around, not more than that. And then suddenly Sanath got into this little mood where he was really charged up, trying to take on every bowler and hitting them sweetly. He took Venkatesh Prasad apart in that game. 7 overs for 73. All the bowlers ended up becoming very expensive, and he just kept going. All I had to do was run and make sure that I was on the non-strikers end, and he wanted to strike every ball, so he was really racing up the other end. It was really very much enjoyable to have such a close view of this guy going berserk and hitting the ball to every part of the ground. So the score started building even before we know it. Close to the 50th over, It was the 49th over. Sourav Ganguly came into the attack. The only over that he bowled, the first ball was a wide. There was 12 balls remaining. Sanath Jayasuriya had all the time in the world, and at the rate he was going, could have ended up 220. He charges down. Ganguly bowls a wide, and Jayasuriya stumped off it. So it was an amazing innings. Came to a sad end because Jayasuriya could have really scored a lot more runs. 21 fours and 4 sixes in that innings, an innings that I wouldn't forget. And every time we kept talking, we kept laughing in the middle, and just telling me, all I kept telling Sanath at the right throughout was, just don't look for too much, just keep batting the way you are, let things flow. And it did flow. And I'm pretty sure if you ask him today what he did that day, he wouldn't be able to explain because it was so natural to him. Now, that was how much Sri Lanka made, 299 for 5. But I'd like to add the fact that we went on to bowl out that strong Indian batting lineup for 54 runs. A massive 245 run win, and a game that we will never forget.